Hi, my name is Anthony. I am a holistic recovery coach for um, possibly first time viewers. That means very specifically, I personally do not buy into and sell, promote the three-lettered reasons why anyone has a problem or addiction. We actually deal with the underlying causes that manifest in all the labels that individuals may label themselves at so they can feel they fit in somewhere or that they've been labeled too. So why do I bring this up? I live in Vancouver, BC, Canada. Now, Vancouver, it has the infamous reputation of being harm reduction central. That means there are multiple groups, the Open Society being one of them, um, who are profiting from the um, essentially free flow of drugs, and even the country itself, the nation, the feds, are making it legal or making it not illegal to buy and sell drugs in specific areas of the downtown east side. And they're even providing drugs either at very low cost or as a substitute for the toxic drugs. I laugh because it's okay. Drugs, by definition and nature, are potentially damaging and, in many cases, lethal, meaning it could kill you, like alcohol could kill you if you drank quickly and enough of it. And over time, it is one of the major killers of individuals. And it leads to all kinds of cancers and heart and liver damage and gut damage and all the rest of it. Throat cancers. Cigarettes are similar. The difference between these pharmaceutical drugs and street drugs, alcohol, etc., and the safe supply is that the safe supply has been funded by um, essentially Canadian tax dollars, and also have been provided by pharmaceutical companies who are also profiting off of it, and distributors, also referred to as their stakeholders in the uh, supply or the distribution of these so-called safe drugs. Well, they're not safe. People have been dying and overdosing and getting sick and having all kinds of damaging reactions. Oh, and just as a byword, if you see anyone in those conditions where they look like they're kind of like that, they're stiff and they're literally zombies, or they're bent over, or kind of upside down or unmoving, that's actually a consequence of a particular type of pharmaceutical drug that has been introduced into dangerous drugs. I go dangerous because they're all dangerous. Okay. Alcohol, more people die from alcohol and the consequences of cigarettes than are dying from overdoses in Canada. Although the overdoses are taking over, and with other programs like MAID, look it up. I think MAID is the number 6 um, biggest killer, taker of life in Canada. So uh, the idea that there are such a thing as safe drugs or good drugs, bad drugs, is false. All drugs can be very damaging and can be lethal, and some medications can and are necessary at specific times. That is far and highly overcompensated for in today's, especially if you go down the downtown east side or in any drug den, any smoke op, you name it. Okay, it's highly overrated and overbelieved. back onto the whole drug scene in the Vancouver area. So, drugs and the labeling of people who happen to get either dependent, addicted, or the drug seem to solve a unique situation for them temporarily. And now they believe the drug and their condition are linked, but mostly they're linked through a 3-letter disorder or 4-letter disorder. Okay. This essentially is a sales game to promote, in my opinion, it may be a false opinion, but it's my opinion. It's to promote more drugs, but mostly it's to, without a label, currently the medical community and the pharmaceutical community cannot prescribe drugs for a non-labeled situation. Now that may have been loosened up significantly, because right now doctors are walking around with checklists of 3 or 4 or 5 questions, and if they can check a couple of boxes in these 3 or 4 or 5 questions, they give themselves or are given and granted the right to prescribe a particular medication which has side effects that are this long and maybe benefits that are that long. I want to be very clear, and if it's not obvious now, I'm not on the pro-drug side of this equation, or everyone needs pharmaceuticals or drugs, and everything's all good on that line. I'm not on that category. If you're looking for, drugs for everybody, I'm not the guy to talk to. If you're looking for someone who believes and has achieved help for individuals who are either having trouble with coming off alcohol and staying off because of various issues, or pharma, or weed, or even things like porn, and really want to resolve the situation naturally, there are actual causes and solutions to all those situations, which do not mean there's a drug for that. That's actually the belief that you've been hypnotized into believing. There's a drug for that. There's a prescription drug for it. There's weed for that. There's cigarettes, there's stimulants, there's coffee, whatever that is. So when working with myself, I'm a holistic recovery coach. That means we're looking for actual causes that will resolve relatively simply and easily when we find, and you find specifically, the correct resolution to them. And we know it's correct when it solves relatively simply and easily. If it's very complex and very difficult, we probably aren't there yet, and we need to possibly handle other things first, or we're on the wrong road. My work involves your success. Your success is what drives my work, your success in your family, your success with yourself, your longevity, those extra 10 or 15 or 20 years that you're going to live because we work together. That's what inspires me. And I've fully handled ridiculous challenges along the way that I've had physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you name it, through holistic means. And I'm here to tell you that you can too, and I'm quite happy in helping you achieve those breakthroughs, because A, I know they can be broken through, and B, we can do it together, myself as a coach, and you trying out a couple of different things and perhaps changing some strategies on how you're getting to your end game and your successes. My name's Anthony. I'm a holistic recovery coach. You can find me at yourrehab.coach. Text me, fill out the form, submit it. Let's get talking. If you're a family member and want to help someone else, I'm definitely here for you as a coach and assisting you to actually get them to get help. That's one of my strengths, actually, is the subject of help, and helping people accept help. I have whole series of programs on that we can work with on together on it. And more interestingly and fun, with the individual who's looking to get help themselves on specific or possibly a broad range of issues. Let's work together. I know you can get the life that you want. And even if you don't think you want it or don't believe you can have it, that makes me even more certain that you are definitely a client for myself, that we can work together and achieve what you currently believe is either impossible or unlikely to gain. Or if you believe it's absolutely likely that you're going to get well, it's real important to work with the right coach so you get past that and beyond. My name's Anthony.